You bring up a good question, good enough. Like, what is good enough? Because I think, as with anything, you can match scale really quickly if your quality set pretty low, right? There's a potential for that, but by the same token, you don't want to necessarily, especially if your the company that you're working with or working for is brand centric. There's going to be standards that are and expectations that are there. Do you see that the creatives, the imaging specialist is going to have a responsibility in the future to make sure that those standards are maintained, even though, especially when these assets are coming from some type of AI, either completely generative or some manipulation of some degree of the image manipulation that's happening? Um, is there still a place for humans to get their hands and opinions and eyes on something before it goes and is shepherded off to the next step in the workflow? Or do you think we're at this tipping point now where it's just trust the AI and let it fly?
Yeah, I don't think there's any trusting the AI and letting it fly. Not at least not at my company now. I think this is like kind of twofold. Uh, One, it's a company. I don't know, just the way the company feels about their assets, right? There's a whole Apple Amazon thing, right? So Apple is highly branded, and Amazon is basically everything else. What do you want your company to be? What's going to help you sell? And then I think without actual data on what how those assets are performing, you really never know. Um, Also, I think that training models has really helped us out here. So we've we've been able to train AI models on our brand assets. So you feed them 100 assets, and then you name that model, branded assets, and then whatever you spit out from that AI using that model now will be should be on brand. Still needs eyes on it because you need to know what's going on. But I think especially for really out front assets, I think you definitely need eyes on them. I mean, we could talk about the future of hyper personalization and then how that how A is doing or not doing its job there. But um, but I think that's the key, is that being able to train models. I would also say that, yeah, I think retouchers are probably the first line of defense there. Or actually, they're because they're taking in the assets, they're retouching them. They know what the guidelines are, so they should be able to tell whether the end assets that they're spitting out are on brand or not.
Interesting. Okay. So we touched kind of quickly on language models and training. So data becomes really kind of front and center to day to day work there, even ramping up an internal capability within company to leverage AI efficiently, effectively, right? So
Yep.
I assume you've already run into that and seen the benefit or the difference between running just like a generic AI over a trained AI, and how significantly those results differ.
Oh, sure. Like if you sure. So an example, I would say, if you have our brand might be or your brand might be soft shadows. Like shadows are a big issue with AI. So your brand might be soft shadows, and if you have a trained model that says all your assets are going to be soft shadows, then whatever you spit out should have soft shadows. But if you just pick any AI, and they don't know that, so it might be a 12 o'clock hard shadow, super dark, and yeah, training models is definitely the way to go.